Hello, hope you can hear my microphone. Today I want to explain a little story about how I published App Store Dreidel application, and how I got this idea, how I very easily and very fast implemented it, and how I dealt with the fact that App Store several times, more than 3 I guess, if I remember. Now we're going to check, I have my screen open, how App Store rejected it like it was very hard time. So first of all, I would like to say about the Dreidel game, as it was Hanukkah celebration and I was luckily a part of it. I was lucky to participate. I checked on stores, this kind of like traditional game that everybody playing, and I realized that there is nothing new or nothing like modern, fresh, attractive that people would like to use probably. So I was like, okay, actually I want to do something and probably people would download it. Maybe this is a marketing part that I just intuitively feel that if a holiday arrives, San Valentin gonna be like on top of downloads on 14th of February, New Year, Christmas, Hanukkah, and a bunch of other stuff, pretty much as any holiday. So I was like, I have some time before it's gonna start. For sure, I'm gonna have 8 days that people would download it, even once a year. Let's try. And I decided that I'm gonna make a very easy game, pretty much. The dreidel is like the spinning dreidel that is has letters on it, and I tap, dreidel should spin, and it's gonna stop on one letter, right? And I didn't want to install Unity. I didn't want to use any gaming 3D tools because it would request from me a lot of new knowledge. I never worked with Unity. Maybe once in my life I tried to do like Donald Trump walking on a dollar bill tutorial. It was so popular, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And so I wanted to make an easy way how to do it. And I just came up almost in my dream with one idea, that I can generate videos. I can generate videos that start from dreidel standing still, then I tap it, which basically is when the moment when we're gonna play the video. I'm explaining now the logic, right, of my game. And the dreidel is spinning, and the last frame of the video is supposed to be some letter. And we're gonna pretty much make the whole logic of the game that we show the video. The first frame is shown, user tap, video played, and last frame is the letter that user receive as a result of spinning the dreidel. I realized that it's very easy to do with Sora, because Sora has storyboards. I generated several times with artificial intelligence the like composition. I generated the dreidel, and I wanted to have Hanukkah behind and how it's all gonna work. So as soon as I got the good composition, good image, I started to generate all of the bunch of my dreidel letters on it as just pictures, and then on storyboard I can easily explain to Sora, okay, I want this to be like a first frame, then we do the video, and this would be the last frame. That's what I did. I actually opened here something that I already prepared. For instance, you can see that I use the logic on how the letters in dreidel should play. For instance, if I'm on Shem and I get, I don't know, Gimel, this would mean that next video would play starting from Gimel, and the number of possible variations to show in the end as the last frame would be this one. So I had to generate all of those videos, which I did with Sora, and pretty much I saw that, okay, like my game is over. I put a timer in there. A timer, I will explain a bit later why I put it, but so that was over. That was all game that I did, and I didn't want to complicate it. And I did it with Cursor, published very easily, like generated the content, make a beautiful screenshots, published on Google Play. It was no problem for me. Like game, dreidel, everything good, everything worked. I tested it and published on actually App Store. As soon as I publish on App Store, I'm actually gonna open now what it called app review. Be sure to explain what happened. So as soon as I publish just this simple game, it got rejected. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times before Hanukkah rejected my application. So the first one, rejection, was due to the fact that App Store decided that my application was not useful. And this is literally what they wrote, that like your application is supposed to be meaningful and your application is too easy, you just play in the videos. And I was like, I'm not saying that this is wrong, but it's kind of like, it is meaningful, right? Maybe it's something that not obvious. So I started to think, and my way of thinking was totally wrong. I was thinking like, okay, what can I do to make this application meaningful? So I decided to add calendar. I added Hanukkah calendar. I added like a calendar by Judaism, like Jewish calendar in there. Okay, good. Still, I uploaded. It was also like a widget. I made a little widget with phrases of Jewish wisdom, some like typical stuff of phrases like, I don't know, be brave, be polite, love other people. So I upload this on App Store, and again, they say that it's not good. And what they want is, they want that I would have more meaningful, even more meaningful, and just trying to emphasize that this is super interesting, that on Google Play it was very easily accepted, and on App Store it was already like the whole idea was kind of wrong. So I started to think about it, and okay, so maybe I need to make the combination. I tried to add a logic that one video we can play longer, we can like slow down the video randomly, and another video we can play faster, and we can measure the seconds. Okay, who is spinning faster? The winner. Again, it was not good for App Store, and they again reject my application with matters that my application make no sense. And meanwhile, I also need to say, which is a separate topic that probably makes sense to discuss, is that people around me with whom I spoke, to whom I explain, and not very close one understand this actually, but like other people to whom I explain that this is my idea, it's kind of like, I don't understand, is it jealousy or is it like I got like more aggressive reaction, like, pooh, like this is really useless. Like, why would you do it? Like, it makes no sense. Who would ever download it? My point is, a lot of people downloaded it. Yes, it's true that this is seasonal. I'm only gonna get 8 days per year downloaded, but this is something, and as experiment of what we can do right now with artificial intelligence, it's super interesting. But my point is actually, we can make super good applications, interesting ideas with this. And I'm sharing what actually I was facing. So I was thinking, okay, not enough functionality, stuff like this. Let's do a full gameplay. And I started to add participants, when you can add names, when you can split the coins, and you're gonna get a pot of the coin, and each player get 2 coins, and like afterwards, depending on which letter you have, you or give up all the coins or not, and eventually you have the winner of the game with the like biggest amount of coins, and you can share it. Once I publish this, which is already a full gameplay, there is no analogy on App Store or Google Play like this, because I do everything on I did native applications, but I easily convert my logic to Kotlin or Swift. Now I learned it because I progressed quite a lot on Swift, how to upload applications and how to like generate them. So I was like, okay, now they just need to accept it, because I expanded so much functionality, but it was not enough. Apparently, which for some people is obvious, for me it was not that obvious, I forgot to remove the like Sora, because I was generating with Sora. It was like little icon animation during the videos. And I again got the rejection, which was even more serious, and they're like, look, you cannot use any kind of logo on your application, so blah blah blah. Good. I picked up ChatGPT, generated script with ChatGPT to crop all my videos on my repository up. So just to cut off the Sora icon, because I have total legal right to use my videos that I generated, upload to App Store. Was not enough. I'm waiting again for review. And I need to say that during the weekend, they work even more slow than, like, they are. I don't think that they work slow, because if their review is quite during the day, I already get some answers, but during the weekend it's like, no, I could stay and waiting for a whole weekend. And especially I wanted to make it happen before Hanukkah started so users can download it. Finally, this was accepted, but another problem appeared, which was very easy. It was about the privacy policy that I edited, created another link, everything got very successful, and I successfully published my App Store application. Conclusion: if someone will request, I can at some point share data. So far, it was like not 3, maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks since holidays over. For some reason, I'm still getting downloads for this application, and I can just share how many installs I got, views. There is no advertisement at all was done for this application. Basically, I just did a couple of posts on Instagram, and sincerely saying, from people who are not the closest environment, like, I don't know, random people from yoga class, let's say like this. Wow, I don't understand, like, especially if you're not like developing, why would you put me down? Why you like say, wow, no one's gonna install it? So anyway, my conclusion is that just wanted to share this little experience. Maybe wanted to say that people should not be scared to do what they want. Harmless idea, no one is suffering from extra Dreidel application, especially the ones that you can play. And yeah, so eventually people used it. It's a quite narrow niche for 8 days, a quite good understanding, but it's very interesting experience to try out this kind of stuff, see what we can do, and how also I would like to maybe bring this message for people who probably start work with Apple. But I mean, my first reaction when App Store rejected my application is just like, wow, super bad. But eventually, everything is doable and we can do everything as we want. So this is all. It was 13 minutes of my video. Next, I have no idea what to do for Christmas, but maybe for New Year something gonna arrive. And I am very happy. Download my applications and don't hesitate to do yours, because we have all of the tools for it. And mwah, 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 mwah. See you. Bye, bye, bye.